And welcome back to part 27 of creating this cool watch inside of Maya. So the piece we're going to be creating today is the piece that I'm pretty sure goes under the thing we made in the last episode. It is this thing right here, which looks like it is basically on top of these cylinders that seem to be resting on top of whatever this piece is that we will create another time. So let's get started and work on this piece. That way we're basically going from the top and then kind of going down and working our way in. So if I go into Maya over here, I'm going to just save this because I feel like I haven't done it in a while. And go out of there. And so I took a screenshot of that picture and it'll be on Imgur as always. So let's go into Maya here, go to my top view. And I'm going to change my reference image to what I downloaded, which was this thing. So let's get started. It looks to me like this is basically a pipe here, and just a pipe, and another pipe, and a cylinder. What I'll probably do is have a cylinder here, cut it in half, and make one side just by doing the simple extrusion box modeling we did for like these pieces right here, which are kind of similar. And then we will create the pipes right here, and I'll probably make this one and then duplicate it over to that side and this side, and then we will attach them to this using edge loops here and combining them and merging them. So let's get started and create a cylinder. I'm going to move it over here and make it the size of our reference, so about, let's see, this size looks good. And then let's delete half of it. Okay, just to make things a bit nicer. And it looks like, actually before I do that, probably gonna give this a tiny bit more, maybe like 24. Let's see how this looks. 24 looks good, and I'm gonna rotate it until, as you can see, these vertices basically line up to the edges there, kind of like what we did when we created the smaller gear part. So let's take the face right there using that method, which is this one, and before I forget, let's just make this a bit smaller and go back to that face. So I'm going to do Control E to extrude, and I'm just going to bring it out to about here, and then fix this vertex to make this a bit more parallel, and then extrude it once more to about here, and then to here, although I will probably add an edge loop like in the middle of this. It's not the middle. We can hold down shift and then snap, and then we can perfectly add it to the middle, so like there. And then I can drag this out. I'm going to be creating many watches, just so you guys know. So right now there's only one other real watch tutorial on the internet, besides the one that I created before for the other Rolex. But I want to have many more, so this will be the craziest one that you'll ever see, though. So we want to have it starting here, and then push this down, and then extrude out to about here. That way we'll be able to just simply connect those without having to add edge loops later on, just to have a cleaner mesh. And then extrude this out, and I'm just going to follow this bottom one with these vertices, and then fix the top, just like we've done before, just because I find it quicker. Whoops, what have I done? Okay. So just gonna keep going like this. Okay, keep going. I want to buy a more expensive watch in real life. If I get more money from ad revenue, I'll totally buy one. And I'll show you guys it, and we'll model it. We'll take my own reference pictures of it. It will be really cool. If you have any suggestions for watches I should buy, then please tell me. Although YouTube doesn't really pay me much because no one watches these videos, but if more people start watching them, then I'll get paid more. Right now I've made about 50 bucks from YouTube, and hope you're following along with the modeling too while I'm talking. And I can't cash out until I get to $100, so about halfway there. But my channel is slowly growing, so that's nice. But yeah, once I get some more ad revenue, I'll be able to actually buy some stuff. That's also maybe one reason why I'm making so many parts, so that I'm getting some more money from ad revenue. Although, you can get 2 ads on your videos if it's over than 10 minutes, and usually they're not, but yeah. Sorry for being kinda cheeky, but I'm kinda poor. I mean, not really, but I mean, 15. So if I select then that face again, and then just let's continue after I fix those ones, so not really much to it. Although, one thing I forgot though is we need to delete half the thing that we've done here, so just hit delete, and I don't think that was half. Let's see, what did I do here? Just realized that because we had 24 and rotated it, we can't perfectly cut this in half, so what we're going to do is just delete those, and then select this, the middle one, and the bottom one, and then, actually if I select this entire thing and just freeze the transformations, and then select these, and then scale it in. You can find those, by the way, from freeze transformations and center pivot, the things I have there. I have a tutorial, though, on how to do those. Then we can push that there, so now we actually have a middle point. So I'm going to go back to the face of this, and just keep extruding until we get to the middle, and then I'll fix the rest, and we're almost to the middle. I think the extrude right after this one will be the middle, so let's go here, and then I'm going to hold down V, and hold down the middle mouse button, and I guess not actually. Let's see, hold down V, and then just push it to, this is annoying, I kind of want to snap it to there. There we go, that worked with the middle mouse button trick. And then bring that there, so that's perfectly in half. And then we gotta fix this curve, so let's just do it. I wonder how many episodes this will be when it's done. Right now, I think this is episode 27, I believe. And let's just put this up to like here-ish. I just realized that if I push this back, then we can do this thing right here a bit better. So Control E to extrude, and then just bring this to, hold down V and the middle mouse button to there, and then V and middle mouse button to there. And then, let's see, add an edge loop like here. And then just bring it like that. Okay, so that looks good and clean. So if we take a look at this, all we have to do now is save this and make sure the pivot is in the middle. So hold down D, V, and then snap that to there. And then I'm going to do, let's see, in the channel box, Control D, and then scale this -1 on the X. So that should have done that correctly, but it did not for some reason. Let's see. It would need to be, let's see here, why is that like that? I think it's because of that straight line thing we did, so let's see what I can do to fade that. If I push these up a bit so that they're more like that, and then I duplicate it over here. I want to do a -1. Let's just see how this looks. Okay, we're going to have to fix that manually though, so select this and then combine them. And try and match this up a bit better. Although, let's see if this is a circle. Yeah, that's a circle. And then we can also take a look at the piece we're trying to create again. So we've basically, that's not the piece. We've basically done this piece, and I feel like we've created the same piece before, like here. Or like here-ish, but whatever. And so with this, drop that down. All we still need to do now is just make these cylinder things, so let's see, that looks good. Although I don't think I ever merged them, so let's see, if I look at the middle vertice, yep. So let's just select everything, and then just merge them. And then now, as you can see, there is the middle is fine. So this looks good, although I feel like scale it in, then we can get more of a circular shape in that middle thing. Like that. That's perfect. And then scale it back out or something to like here. Okay, so now let's get to work on the other pieces. And I also want to see if I were to create a cube over here and then stretch this out. I like to do this to measure lines. Let's see, just want to make sure both those tips, okay, those are both perfectly like that. So let's create a pipe. Sorry about that. Sorry about that again. Parents called me upstairs. So let's rotate, or I mean scale this up to like here. And then let's see what we can do. Change the actually, sorry, before we do that, so let's adjust the subdivisions here to 14, 12. Let's see. How about 13? Or actually, no, I mean maybe like 10. Yeah, alright. See how this looks? Take a look at a real one as well. Sorry about that, someone came into my room again. Okay, so we just look at this. I think we could actually give this more subdivisions, so let's just bring this back up to like 20 or something, and then just do what we've done before. So actually this one is easy because it's just those two sticking out, so I'm going to just drag select them like that, press Q, and then hold down Shift. So we have those, and Control E to extrude, and then just bring these out. And you know what, before I do that, I'm going to freeze the transformations of this, that way it's easier to do what we're about to do. And Control E to extrude, bring this out, and then, let's see, can I not scale it properly this time? It's annoying. Probably shouldn't have made it at an angle, but anyways, now we just gotta merge these. So let's see, if I take this piece and then make the pivot, hold down V and snap it to there, and then duplicate this, -1. Sorry about that again. So these are equal, and let's select both of these and this and just combine them. And then we just gotta connect these basically. So also one other thing, we gotta add an edge loop basically in the middle, so I'm gonna hold down Control and Shift and just snap these to where they would be so that they're both equal. And then let's just bring the vertices together. So another thing we need to do is double click on these faces of both of these items and just scale them down till they meet the thing that we've created already. So like, go to the side view if you really want to make it perfect. Press like 4. You can't even see them, so you know what, I don't even care that much about them. Let's see. Alright, that's equal. And then you can stop doing that and just delete the, let's see, faces right there that they'll be connected to, because then you'll have faces inside of them if you don't delete those. So before I forget, let's also do that over here. So take these 4 faces and just delete those, and we can just start from here. So just drag, hold down V to snap to the vertices here, and it's kind of self-explanatory what we're doing, but basically just bringing all these together, and then we can just select all of them and merge them. So if you just press the preview with smooth, as you can see, they're now connected objects, except these ones are not, so we need to connect them by doing the whole snap thing. That looked weird. Okay. So let's just do this bottom now. Hopefully this whole tutorial series will teach you how to create many more complex objects, and you can kind of see what I'm doing about analyzing each thing that we create to help you make these kind of things. So now let's see what I can do here. I'm gonna shift select all of that and press down shift and right click and do duplicate faces, and now we should have another object. If I center the pivot of that, let's see here. If I move this, there we go, yep. So underneath that, if I just shift select this and then shift select that, just so we have this selected, we should have duplicated that, which is what we did, and we can center the pivot of this and rotate this, hopefully, to what we want. So basically like this. And then I believe that we can snap it to these. So I'm going to make this bigger. Or actually, no. What I'm going to do is just, so that all those pipe things are the same size, we can just drag this down to match this perfectly. So we can move this like here. And then combine these objects. And also we need to do that whole delete faces thing, although I believe the faces were already deleted for the object that we just put in. Delete that, yeah they were. And then, let's see, delete this. And then, now we just gotta do the whole vertex snap thing. So just like that. I didn't buy anything on Black Friday or any of the deal weeks. I don't know. I'd buy a watch if I had the money, but I've done a few freelance 3D modeling jobs, but none of them, I just spent all my money. But anyways, so if I take a look at this and then save this, we have basically created this object, and it took us only 16 minutes. So in the next episode, we'll place this and start working on other things. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and remember that this blueprint is in the description below.